Another shipment 3 days after I sent my last shipment out of the CDs, which actually just hit today. They're all live on the site, so that's awesome. 3 days, 3-day turnaround. So here is the box of most of the books, and I am putting stickers on the rest of them. Here's the ones that I put on already. The big reason why I like doing smaller shipments is it's only 2 sheets of stickers, and it's only 1 box. And if they're all the same, and it's a certain amount of books, then usually it's the same warehouse. So I can look for this, National Geographic. I just have 2 to look, and there it is, right here. Ta-da. Put it on over the barcode, and there you go. That easy. Now this is a shipment of 49 books, 49 that all should fit in this box. The reason that it's exactly 49 books is because I put 50 in the shipment, but when I did that, the warehouse changed from in-state to South Carolina. So I took 1 book out, 1 book, and it went back in-state. Sometimes you have to mess around with that and take out an item and see if that makes a difference. So that made a difference for me, and that will save on some shipping costs as well. I fit all the books in the box pretty nicely here. You can see, with a little room to spare, 49 books. So when there's a little space, I just put some of this thick paper that I get at Lowe's, I guess construction paper, sort of like butcher paper. Put that in there. If I have some bubble wrap, I might do that, but usually I have this roll that I buy here at Lowe's. It's pretty big. I've used a little bit of it. It's around 10 bucks for that, but it lasts months because I rarely use that much of it. And I try to get the books to fit up to the top, but if there's a little space, I just throw in some of this thick paper. And that's simple, so there shouldn't be any issues with anything getting crushed. And close it up. Sometimes, if it doesn't close all the way, I like to put a little piece of paper there, just so people can't see in to see what's in the box, in case someone's trying to peek in there. There you go. 1 box of 49 books, in-state. We'll see how much it cost. I see occasionally, not too often, but enough to take notice of people leaving comments about wanting a video about shipping or about the shipping process. And I could do one where I show you from A to Z, basically, from preparing the shipment within the Amazon website, going through those few steps, printing out the labels, putting the stickers on it, packing it up, that sort of thing. But I feel like you kind of got to figure that out on your own. It's not difficult. It's just trial and error. Basically, the website was one thing to figure out. That took me a few shipments to figure out how it works. And luckily, I didn't make any mistakes, I don't think. But I just think that that's one of those things you kind of have to do trial and error. And it's something that's pretty easy. It's not really worth talking about too much, and something you'll do over and over and over again. If you really start to do this business a lot, you're going to do hundreds of shipments. I don't know how many shipments I've done, but I've probably done at least, I've at least done 50 plus shipments, I would imagine, to have sent in over 4,000 items, maybe more like 100 shipments. I don't know, but I've done a lot. And so the shipping process within the website is pretty simple. It's just a matter of figuring out is there a way to avoid splitting the shipment or getting it to go to a different state, that sort of thing, like taking 1 book out and having it stay in the state, or only shipping out books and then the next day only shipping out CDs, and the next day only shipping out vinyl, you know, whatever it is. That sort of stuff is, there's no exact way about it. You just have to figure out what works for you, where you live, and based upon where the other warehouses are and the items you're shipping. But everything else, how to pack the box. Do you use the 30 up labels, the 30 per page? Do you use Dymo? That's up to you. That's individual preference. You can list it and then immediately spit out a sticker and put it on the book right there. You can use software to do your listing, bulk listing. And there's a way so you can sticker it in order. So if you don't want to have a Dymo. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. And it's really up to preference and kind of trying it out and see what works for you. How do you pack a box? How do you put your books and that sort of thing? So I'd rather talk about other stuff that I feel is more important or more interesting. What I showed you is kind of the extent of probably what I'll do about that. Unless I decide, I've had ideas of making sort of a video series of how to do the business, how much money you should have to start it, how do you approach sourcing, how often should you do shipments, shipping process, basics of the website, you know, how do you find out where your shipment is, how do you track it, how do you reprice, all that stuff. So it's sort of all of the steps of the business. I've thought about doing that, but I'm not in a place to do that yet. It's hard to fit that in, but something, if I make a video series like that, big if, I might include a more detailed shipping process video. But as of now, I'm probably not going to do that. But hopefully this helped somebody or just showed you what I do anyway. Give some ideas, any little thing. The butcher paper, construction paper, taking one book out to see if it makes a difference. How I pack the books. I didn't really show you too much about it, but at least give you a shot of it. Trying to do smaller shipments so that you can just go to one warehouse, hopefully, cross your fingers, and only have 1 or 2 sheets, and you just put the sticker on real quick, put it in the box. Simple. And of course, you got to put the label on. You got to put the label on the outside of the box for FBA label and for UPS. That's pretty simple, right? Just print it out, cut it up, put it on there, but make sure to not cover the seam of the opening of the box. Otherwise you can get in trouble for that with Amazon. So always put it on either side. Little things like that. You learn as you go. Speaking of shipments though, I'm pretty excited about sending this other shipment out. It's 2 shipments in 1 week for me, which if you've been watching me for a while, you know is something I don't do. And this is the reason I'm doing it is because I've built up a lot of inventory and I still have more. Probably have another 30 or so books that I'm going to send out. I also have just a couple VHSs, and then I have vinyl stacked up. Some good news on the vinyl, I'm just kind of switching topics all over the place here, is I just ordered a record player. Yes, finally. So I will finally start to be able to test my vinyl number 1, and then I will figure out what works for me in terms of cleaning it and preparing it for shipment, such as how am I gonna wrap it up in something? Am I gonna wrap it in butcher paper? Am I gonna buy poly bags, which I don't currently have? Then I have to buy suffocation labels. Am I just gonna take cling wrap, which I probably won't, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't really see records as different than CDs or books. They're not that much more fragile, really. The record's not really gonna, I mean, you have to snap the thing in half. Someone has to take a record and slam it against the wall. CD case is more fragile. You can crack that much easier. And a book can easily be bent. So I'll be getting into vinyl and finding out about if the vinyl that I bought plays correctly, if it doesn't skip, and then cleaning up the sleeves, cleaning up the vinyl. So I have some items to prepare for another shipment, at least 1 more. I don't know if I'll get to it this week, but I'm gonna source tomorrow, which is Friday. Today you're watching this video, it's Friday, but I'll source Friday and Saturday probably. I'll get some more items to send out. I'm excited about sending out these smaller shipments more often because I'm just blown away that those 128 CDs already hit the warehouse. And now these books, so on Thursday, I'm gonna drop them off today and hopefully they'll get there by Saturday, later in the day now, but Saturday at the latest. Monday they'll be live, which is great. Another 49 books, just keep plowing forward. So hopefully this little video about my shipments helped a little bit or gave you any ideas or anything at all. Keep on shipping, keep on sourcing, keep on listing, etc., etc. And remember, as always, keep booking.